Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, a channel specializing in street food and travel. Harira, a traditional Moroccan soup made with tomatoes, lentils, chickpeas, and various spices. It's often served during Ramadan to break the fast. Harira is a traditional Moroccan soup that holds great cultural significance and is widely enjoyed in Meknes and throughout Morocco. It's particularly popular during Ramadan, as it's often consumed to break the fast at sunset. The soup typically consists of a hearty blend of tomatoes, lentils, chickpeas, onions, and a variety of herbs and spices. The exact recipe for harira can vary from region to region and from one family to another, but some common ingredients include tomatoes, often the base of the soup, providing a rich and tangy flavor. Lentils and chickpeas. These legumes add texture, protein, and thickness to the soup. Onions and garlic, aromatic elements that enhance the savory profile of the soup. Herbs and spices. Commonly used are cilantro, parsley, saffron, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, and pepper, among others. These spices contribute to the distinctive taste and aroma of harira. Vermicelli or rice, sometimes added to give additional body to the soup. Harira is simmered for a while to allow the flavors to meld together and the ingredients to soften. It's usually served with dates, hard-boiled eggs, and traditional Moroccan bread like khobz. Khobz, traditional Moroccan bread, often served with meals or used to make sandwiches. Here's a basic recipe for making Moroccan khobz. Ingredients: 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, about 1½ cups of lukewarm water. Preparation: activate the yeast. In a small bowl, mix the yeast with the sugar and about 1/2 cup of lukewarm water. Let it sit for 5-10 minutes until it becomes frothy or starts to foam. This indicates that the yeast is active. Prepare the dough. In a large mixing bowl, combine the flour and salt. Make a well in the center and pour in the activated yeast mixture. Slowly add the rest of the lukewarm water while mixing the ingredients together with your hands or a wooden spoon. Knead the dough. Once the ingredients are combined, turn the dough out onto a floured surface. Knead the dough for about 10-15 minutes until it becomes smooth, elastic, and no longer sticks to your hands. You might need to adjust by adding a little more flour or water if the dough is too dry or too wet. Let the dough rise. Place the dough in a lightly oiled bowl. Cover it with a clean kitchen towel or plastic wrap, and let it rise in a warm, draft-free place for about 1-2 hours, or until it has doubled in size. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to around 450 degree F, 230 degrees C. If you're using a baking stone or a baking sheet, place it in the oven to heat up. Shape the loaves. Punch down the risen dough to remove excess air. Divide it into smaller portions and shape them into round, flat discs or oval shapes, around 1/2 to 1 inch thick. Bake the bread. Place the shaped dough onto a baking sheet or a preheated baking stone. You can sprinkle some flour or cornmeal on the baking surface to prevent sticking. Bake for about 15-20 minutes, or until the bread is golden brown and sounds hollow when tapped on the bottom. Cool and serve. Once done, remove the bread from the oven and let it cool on a wire rack. Serve the khobz warm or at room temperature with your favorite Moroccan dishes. Chermoula, a marinade or sauce used for grilling fish or seafood, made with herbs, spices, and oil. Chermoula is a flavorful marinade, sauce, or condiment used in Moroccan cuisines. It's known for its vibrant green color and bold, aromatic taste. Chermoula is incredibly versatile and can be used with fish, seafood, poultry, meats, or vegetables. Ingredients. For a basic chermoula, you'll need 1 bunch of fresh cilantro, coriander, 1 bunch of fresh parsley 2, 3 cloves of garlic, minced 1, 2 teaspoons ground cumin 1, 2 teaspoons ground paprika, 1 teaspoon ground coriander, 1 teaspoon ground chili pepper or cayenne pepper, adjust to taste, juice of 1, 2 lemons, zest of 1 lemon, optional, salt to taste, olive oil, about 1/2 to 3/4 cup, enough to make a paste. Preparation. Prepare the herbs. Wash and finely chop the cilantro and parsley. You can include both the leaves and the tender stems. Combine ingredients. In a food processor or mortar and pestle, combine the chopped cilantro, parsley, minced garlic, ground cumin, paprika, ground coriander, ground chili pepper or cayenne, lemon juice, lemon zest if using, and a pinch of salt. Blend or grind, pulse or grind the ingredients together while gradually adding the olive oil. Continue until you achieve a smooth, paste-like consistency. You can adjust the quantities of the ingredients to suit your taste preferences. Taste and adjust. Taste the chermoula and adjust the seasoning according to your preference. You can add more salt, lemon juice, or spices if needed. Marinade or use as a sauce. Chermoula can be used immediately as a marinade for fish, chicken, or vegetables. Simply coat your chosen ingredient with the chermoula paste and let it marinate for at least 30 minutes to impart the flavors. Alternatively, you can use it as a sauce or condiment, served alongside grilled or roasted dishes. Kebabs, grilled skewers of seasoned meat, often served with bread and sauces. Kebabs are a popular dish in many cultures, including Moroccan cuisine, and they are often enjoyed as a street food or as a main course in restaurants. In Morocco, kebabs are known for their flavorful grilled meat, typically seasoned with aromatic spices. Moroccan kebabs ingredients and preparation. Ingredients. Meat. You can use beef, lamb, or chicken. Trim excess fat and cut the meat into cubes or thin strips suitable for skewering. Marinade, seasoning. A blend of spices such as paprika, cumin, coriander, turmeric, garlic powder, onion powder, ground ginger, cinnamon, and cayenne pepper. Olive oil, lemon juice, or yogurt are often used as a base for the marinade to tenderize the meat and enhance flavor. Skewers. If you're using wooden skewers, soak them in water for at least 30 minutes before threading the meat to prevent burning during grilling. Preparation. Prepare the marinade. In a bowl, mix the spices and herbs together with your choice of oil, lemon juice, or yogurt to create a marinade. Adjust the quantities to suit your taste preferences. Marinate the meat. Place the meat cubes or strips into the marinade, ensuring they are thoroughly coated. Cover the bowl and refrigerate for at least 1-2 hours, or ideally overnight, to allow the flavors to penetrate the meat. Skewering the meat. Thread the marinated meat pieces onto the skewers, leaving a little space between each piece. Ensure the skewer is filled evenly, but not overcrowded to ensure even cooking. Grilling or cooking. Preheat your grill or barbecue to medium-high heat. If using an oven, preheat it to a high temperature. Grill the kebabs, turning occasionally until the meat is cooked through and has a nicely charred exterior. Cooking times will vary based on the type of meat and size of the pieces. Serve. Once done, remove the kebabs from the heat and let them rest for a few minutes. Serve the kebabs hot, garnished with fresh herbs like parsley or cilantro, alongside a side salad, rice, couscous, or Moroccan bread, such as Khobz. Sardines. Grilled or fried sardines seasoned with spices and herbs. Sardines are a popular and beloved seafood in Moroccan cuisine, particularly along the coastal regions where they're abundant. In Morocco, sardines are often enjoyed fresh and prepared in various delicious ways. Moroccan sardine preparations. Grilled sardines. Sardines au grill. Fresh sardines are cleaned, gutted, and then seasoned with a simple mixture of salt, pepper, and sometimes Moroccan spices like paprika or cumin. They're usually grilled over charcoal or an open flame until they're cooked through and have a nice char on the outside. Grilled sardines are often served with a squeeze of lemon and accompanied by Moroccan bread, such as Khobz, and a salad. Fried sardines. Sardines frites. The cleaned sardines are seasoned similarly to grilled sardines, then coated lightly in flour or semolina before being fried in hot oil until crispy and golden brown. They're served hot, sometimes with lemon wedges, as a delicious street food or part of a larger meal. Chermoula marinated sardines. Sardines à la Chermoula. Sardines are marinated in Chermoula, a flavorful Moroccan marinade made with herbs, such as cilantro and parsley, garlic, spices, and lemon juice. After marinating for some time to absorb the flavors, the sardines are either grilled or baked until tender and infused with the Chermoula's aromatic taste. Pickled sardines. Another popular way of enjoying sardines in Morocco is pickling them. The cleaned sardines are packed in jars with a mixture of vinegar, herbs, spices, and sometimes olive oil. The pickled sardines are left to marinate for a period of time to develop their flavor before being consumed. Stuffed sardines. Sardines can be butterflied and stuffed with various fillings, such as a mixture of breadcrumbs, herbs, garlic, and spices, before grilling or baking them. Mechoui. Slow-roasted lamb or goat, cooked in a pit or over an open fire, seasoned with spices like cumin, paprika, and coriander. Mechoui is a traditional Moroccan dish that features slow-roasted lamb or goat, cooked to tender perfection. This method of cooking often involves roasting the whole animal or large cuts of meat over an open fire in a special oven or buried in a pit. Preparing mechoui. Ingredients: lamb or goat. Typically, a whole animal or large sections are used. Shoulder, leg, or ribs are common choices. Marinade, seasoning. The meat is usually marinated with a flavorful blend of spices, such as paprika, cumin, coriander, garlic, ginger, saffron, turmeric, and sometimes a mixture of herbs like parsley and cilantro. Preparation. Preparation of the meat. The lamb or goat is thoroughly cleaned and often scored or pierced to allow the marinade to penetrate. Some cooks also use a mixture of oil and spices to create a paste that is generously rubbed onto the meat. Marination. The meat is then marinated, sometimes overnight or for several hours, to allow the flavors to infuse and tenderize the meat. Cooking process. Traditional methods. Mechoui is traditionally cooked in a special oven called a farine, or by roasting the meat on a spit over an open fire. Some variations involve wrapping the meat in parchment or banana leaves before slow cooking it. Pit cooking. In some instances, the marinated meat is buried in a pit in the ground, covered with coals, and left to slowly roast for several hours. This method imparts a distinct smoky flavor. Slow roasting. The key to Mechoui is slow roasting the meat for an extended period, allowing it to become incredibly tender and juicy while the flavors intensify. Serving. Once the meat is fully cooked, it's typically served hot and carved into portions. It's often accompanied by bread, salads, and various side dishes, depending on the occasion and regional preferences.